Well, hello there, everyone. This is Keith from Keys Comics, coming to you from our beautiful Keys Comics warehouse and studio. With me, as always, my wife, Cindy.
Right here.
We're going to, full transparency, try to sell you some stuff tonight. It's been a while since we've been on. We've had various things that we'll go into over the next couple of shows, but looking good. The stores are doing well. The North Dallas store is in the middle of an evolution, and our 35th anniversary is coming up. Let's see. Oh, well, there we go. All right. It's good to be back on. I hope that we can, over the course of the next hour, get a whole bunch of people in here to say, hey, some of the regulars get back in. I know it was a surprise. We finally got enough books and everything to fall into place to get the cameras and everything set up. It's good to be back on. In case you are new to the show, drop into the comments, say hello. If you're one of the regulars coming back, drop into the comments and say hello. We're going to show you some comics one at a time. If you like what you see and you like the price that we're asking, you're going to, in the comment section of the Keith's Comics Network, you're going to say claim and to give us the title of the book. And all the details are there, and we'll catch up with you after the show about getting all tightened up and such. Let's see. Oh, Ty is here right off the top rope. Good to see you, Ty. Our first show is going to be mostly slabbed books and a bunch of stuff I got at the Comics Pro meeting. Comics Pro is the national trade organization for comic book retailers. And when you go to that show, a lot of the publishers and distributors, almost all of them, as a matter of fact, show up and talk to you about their plans and things that are coming up. And they ply you with some limited edition stuff to help you offset the cost of being there for 5 days. I took my son Quincy, and we had a good time meeting a lot of great comic professionals, learning about the upcoming books, and just generally catching up with a lot of our old friends. So you'll see a lot of what's called the Comics Pro variant. And so they make one for each the attendees there. So a lot of these variants, if you're into such a thing, are pretty low print runs, usually around 300, but I don't know the exact. They never release the exact numbers, but they do have the Comics Pro logo on them. The slab books we have is just a bunch of stuff that we're going to try to blow out today because we have a big sale. It's our 35th anniversary. 35 years ago, on this date, I was thinking about opening the doors. We had been in the space for a month or so. We had built some shelves. We were getting to go. Both my parents and my step-parents were very helpful in helping me price books and get ready and build shelves and clean and dust and organize. A famous story I always tell is that I was so prepared on my first day, my mom had to make change out of her purse for her first purchase. So there we go. Got a little apocryphal story. Not apocryphal, it actually happened. All right, for the 35th anniversary, which is April 1st, no fooling. That's coming up on Monday. Since you are here on our live stream, we will show you the flyer that is going to go out Monday. So you get a little heads up beforehand. It's basically 35% off because it's our 35th anniversary. Oh, get it? Lots of stuff, except for some very expensive high-end back issues are only 15% off. You know, there's some caveats down at the bottom. But generally, we want you to come in and get a whole bunch of stuff. We have a bunch of spring merchandise coming in, and we want to reward you for your patronage. A lot of you posts. If you haven't gone and looked at our post, Kaylin put some pictures, or at least one picture I saw of our first store, and some of our old-time customers were remembering their time at the original Keys Comics in Snyder Plaza in University Park. Yes, Cindy, you have a keyscomics.com?
Network. Is that where Jerry needs to go?
Oh, yeah, you need to be on the Facebook page, Keys Comics Network, because that's where everything is happening. So most of you people that were doing our shows before we took our little hiatus will watch the show later on whenever it was convenient for you, and we appreciate that. So anytime you get a chance to look at that, and the prices are good for 48 hours, and so jump into the comments whenever it's convenient for you. We also appreciate you watching live. That's always great, and we appreciate that also. Let's see, what else is our usual rigmarole there, Cindy? One, we're going to show you, the picture will have several books at a time, and we'll talk a little bit about them. Our usual shenanigans are not quite ready because we have so many books for tonight's show.
It's the first show in a long time.
First show in a long time. All right, Cindy, I know it's been a long time, but is the fake Kelsey Grammer still around? Is he out there?
I don't know.
Well, let's get the show started.
Then let's check this pig.
All right.
Cheese Comics.
All right, looks like we have audio there, and I guess we're ready to go. Let's talk about some books here. The first one on the right-hand side is Special Marvel Edition. The first appearance of Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu. He didn't get a #1 right off the bat. He was in Special Marvel Edition in this issue number 15. The previous issues, I think, were Sergeant Fury reprints and maybe some other cool stuff. And you can see that this number 15, oh, look at that Kung Fu kick right to the chin. Yikes. Because it's our 35th anniversary, and part of the deal is that we have specials going on. Those specials are going to be active for many, many things tonight. Not everything, but quite a few. So this book that's a nice mid-grade, 4.5, $150 in store. But you claim it here in the next 48 hours, $128. Already, is that CBCS graded? Yes. Can you read what it says as far as the...
First appearance of Shang-Chi. First appearance of Fu Manchu and Dr. Dennis Nayland Smith.
Dr. Dennis Nayland Smith, whoever the heck that is.
Marvel Comics.
Hey, Ricky Junkie's here. Yeah. Oh, Jerry made it.
Good.
There we go. Alan's here. All right. That looks like some of the old crew rolling in. Appreciate that. Yeah, now it's a party. Ricky's mobile. That's cool. All right. So the first book there,
I've heard that about Ricky.
the $150 in store, but because of the special 35th anniversary pricing, $128 for the first appearance of Shang-Chi. All right. What's that second book, Cindy? Oof. Spawn, number 175. A 9.6, if you're not familiar with how the grading works. 9.6 is, there's the mythical 10.0, which is unicorn. You're not going to see very many of those. 9.8 is just the highest usually you see. And then 9.6 means it might have one little teeny little ding on it somewhere. And we got the CBCS grade of 9.6 on this Spawn number 175. Which I believe is the second appearance of Gunslinger Spawn. Issue 175 set you back $225. Whoosh! But this book had a really low print run during this time period. And so, and then the first appearance of this new major character, highly sought after issue. So it's just 175, or it doesn't say if
it says Gunslinger Spawn cover and appearance. It doesn't say first.
First, so it's either first or second, but still $225 when I did the research on it. I'll make better notes next time. Next up, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Oh man, when was that cartoon on, Cindy? Mid-'80s, late '80s?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I was doing at the time.
They created this new character, Firestorm. Is this her official first appearance in a Marvel comic? Does it say that on there?
Yeah, first appearance with Firestar in comics, first Spider-Man, Iceman, and Firestarter team up.
Oh, first team up.
Green Goblin cover and appearance.
What year is this?
Only issue, I guess, is Green Goblin.
Oh, what year is this book?
It is from 1981.
1981. Oh, it's that early. I thought this was much later. Wow. So issue number 1, a beautiful 9.4. Yikes, really nice. $125 for this beautiful copy in store. But look, it's 35% off for our 35th anniversary. Only $81.
Oh, they were really on top of it. It said the first episode date was September 12th, 1981.
Wow. So, yeah, they must have had a little synergy going on there.
They were doing pre-Avengers things.
Oh, Alan's at a high school meeting, so he's operating in silent mode. Oh, okay. Well, we'll catch you up later on whenever you get back to audio positive there. Next up, Star Wars, number 41. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Is that the first appearance of Yoda in comics? Is that what it says up there? Or first appearance of Millennium Falcon or something like that? Does it say on the top of there?
I'm looking, but I don't see that. It just says adaptation of Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, well, that's definitely going to be first Yoda in comics, then, I think is what the big deal about this book is. Another 9.6, graded by CBCS. Beautiful slabbed copy here. $140 in store with the 35% off anniversary discount. $119 for Star Wars number 41. Great classic Marvel version of these books. What year is that? 80? Did Empire come out in 81?
This says this was 1980, so.
Yeah, okay, that's about right. I was in a fog all those years. I was in high school. Next up,
But wait,
well, another one.
an affordable one.
Oh, this is just a near mint one at 9.2. This issue number 41 again. Just a near mint copy. Oh, so random. $49. Wow, this is a steal at $49. $75 in store, $49 if you claim it here. This is the newsstand version. Ooh, nice. 9.2. That means it was out there in a 7-Eleven and somebody saved it so it could still be in near mint. And now you see them standing back side by side. You can see the left-hand version is what the direct edition, which was sold to comic stores and on a non-returnable scale. And on the left-hand side at the upper top, you can see the price is 50 cents and in a diamond. And that was sold eventually by Diamond Comic Distributors, who sold all these things direct on a non-returnable basis. So basically that meant that you could get, I'm going to make up numbers because I wasn't around then. Say you could get 50% off if you agreed to take them and never call them again about it. Or if you were a newsstand vendor, generally a jobber would come by and put 10 copies on your rack, and then 3 months later would take back whatever you hadn't sold and give you your credit back on those. But you would only keep 40%. So for the extra 10, 12, or whatever percentage, you agreed, hey, here's my money, and I'm not going to ask for it back. Star Wars number 41, $49. Next up. Oh, one of the hotter books from last year and timely to this week. Stray Dogs number 1. Huge hit. This 9.8. Woof, very nice. $75 in store. $49 if you claim it here tonight. Tony Fleek has got a new book, Feral, that just dropped this week. So if you are a Stray Dogs fan or if you like these stories, the Feral deals with whereas Stray Dogs dealt with the dogs dealing with I don't want to give it away because it's a great discovery. But the Feral cats in the new book are out lost in the woods during a rabies outbreak. So it's an intense as they try to find their way home during the gigantic. Don't get scratched, they say, as it's very intense book. Next up. Supernatural thrillers featuring the living mummy. Of course, the mummy had been around since when? 39, 40, something around in there, maybe even earlier than that. But this is the living mummy's entry into the Marvel universe. Supernatural thrillers number 5, featuring the first Marvel appearance of the living mummy. $75 for this nice, solid, fine copy. $49 if you claim it here tonight. Watch out. There's the Revenge of the Monster. Yikes. Supernatural thrillers featuring the living mummy. Only $49. Next up. Hey, look. It's the Heroes on a Half Shell. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 2. From the original run, this is a third printing though. I think that who they got Richard Corbin to do the cover. That's crazy talk. Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 2, the third printing, and a beautiful 9.6 is $90 in store, but with our 35th anniversary discount, $59 for third printing of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 19. Third printing. The Mummy was that early. Thanks, Ty. Cindy, when would you guess the Mummy? That's Boris Karloff's Mummy, right? Or was there a Mummy before that? What year?
I think Boris Karloff and then Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna guess 1940. 1941.
Well, you and I were both off. It's Ty says it's 1932.
Wow.
Wow, that's practically a silent movie, right?
Boris was quite young.
Yeah, was it? Is that the original one with that became the Universal monster? Next up, Fantastic Four number 66. VG minus copy here, 3.5. This was a super hot book a few years ago. Whenever we thought that the Adam Warlock was going to be a thing. As we've talked before, and last year, the Adam Warlock origin story bounced around between the Fantastic Four and Thor issues. Kirby, I guess, had this idea in this story, and he just held on to it like a dog on a bone. And that the giant cocoon thing showed up in the Fantastic Four and in the Thor books, and then finally he arrives here in Fantastic Four number 66. Yeah, him. That's right, from the Beehive. Fantastic Four number 66 here. This VG minus copy, great, perfectly readable copy. Look at the great classic Kirby cover. Cindy swooning over there. $75 in store, $49 if you claim it here tonight. Yeah, thank you. It is our 35th anniversary. Yeah, that was K1. Oh, that's very nice. And using our internal nomenclature, that was K1 as we use. That's when we don't use that number anymore. Okay, we have some K0s, K2s, K3s, K4s, but it is retired. We put its Keith's Comics banner up in the rafters. Next up. Oh boy. Oh, Green Lantern. Number 59, the first appearance of Guy Gardner, or should I call him the Hammer? Or Mal. How Guy Gardner is going to be played by what's his name? That actor. Dadgummit, I forgot his name. The Mal from.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, the Rookie. So.
I don't refer to him as the Rookie.
I am remembering that right. Is everybody? So this is the first appearance of Guy Gardner. $400 for this beautiful VF copy, VF minus $340 with the sale discount of 15% on items over $135. And in case you missed that, we're going to start that sale April 1st. It's going to run all week in all of our stores, but if you're one of our North Dallas stores, make sure you're paying attention to the open hours, because the North Dallas store is not open on Sundays and Mondays. So I'd hate for you to make a drive out there just to be turned away, rejected. Green Lantern number 59, great classic cover here. That is Gil Kane, right? Jerry, that's Gil Kane, right? Yeah. Is it signed? Or does it say it on the CGC? Oh, this is...
It says Gil Kane and Sid Green.
Sid Green, okay. Green Lantern 59, $400 or $340 if you claim it here tonight. Next up, more Star Wars. So what's the deal of that? Is this the first Boba Fett cover or the first? Yeah, okay.
And it's a continuation of The Empire Strikes Back.
Aha! Star Wars number 42, a nice solid VF copy, $150 in store with a 15% sale discount. $128. The direct copy is a beautiful example of this book. Is that Bosk? Is that and I don't know the.
That's who that is.
That's the guy who didn't get any billing on any of the toys, or is it possible that there was a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back character that didn't get a toy at some point? Somebody help me out with the name of that super spare bounty hunter there. Yeah, thank you, Jerry. Jerry concurs. It is Gil Kane. Next up. Yeah. Who did the cover on that? Is that Gene Colan or no?
It says Marie Severin.
Oh, yeah.
Garcia.
Oh, Marie Severin and Garcia. Yeah, there we go. This is when the Incredible Hulk takes over the numbering of Tales to Astonish. This great classic cover. Wow. I always wanted one of these whenever I was early collecting, and now I'm always happy to get one again. This a solid, fine copy, $225 or $191 with the sale discount. Our 35th anniversary. I was still working at the job that I had whenever we were, for the 2 months I was putting it together, working nights and weekends, and I still had to like Saturday oh, hang on, let me talk to Jesus here. Let's see, he's got a call. Jesus, we're live on the air. What can I help you with?
Hey, real quick, I meant to take out the lore book.
Okay, well, I'll fix it. We're doing a live show. All right, thanks. You always got to call. You never can tell. Could the store be on fire? You got to answer those phone calls whenever they come in. Jesus calling us from the store. I guess he doesn't have notifications set up, so they knew that we were live on the air. Thanks, Jesus. Next up, Fables. Number 1 from, this is the Jean Jean cover, is that right? $90 for this VF copy, or James Jean, yeah. $58 for this if you use the sale discount of 35%. Fables number 1 from, when was that? Is that 92?
2002.
2002. I'm getting all my days. Don't get old. It's just not worth it. Fables number 1, $58. Next up. The Incredible Hulk 182. Well, you can get in fist fights over this books. 180, 181, and 182, in which, in issue 180, Wolverine shows up on the last panel. I mean, a big, gigantic panel, too. But some people just don't claim that's his first appearance. Maybe first appearance in cameo. Len Wein, doing the writing chores here, eventually repurposes Wolverine for his new X-Men idea in Giant Size X-Men number 1. If you haven't gone over to our YouTube channel, we have a weekly series that we started, when was that, 2 weeks ago, Kaylin? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, in which we take a book that's about to go off and be officially graded, and we give you 3 minutes worth of backstory on it, and then we show you the book up close and a little bit of that. We have, our first one was a Flash number 123. This week was a Giant Size X-Men number 1. And next week, coming up on Tuesday, is a House of Secrets 92. And I'm pretty sure, Kaylin, I saw you working on 3 new ones here, so that we're going to try to stay straight ahead of the curve on that. This Fables number 1, $58. Oh, he got an ungraded 182. Oh, hang on, I didn't call for another book yet.
Oh, sorry. Don't look.
Don't look. So that this 182. The 180 has the one panel, then 181 is the classic cover. And then 182, I guess, finishes up the story, but he's literally like on one panel saying, "See you later, suckers," and he's on a helicopter flying out of there. But, Bub. So there you go. 7.0 VF minus, Incredible Hulk 182. Did I not put a price sticker on it?
Oh, it might have fallen off.
I'm
looking
for it. Hulk 182.
Did you find it?
It is.
Oh, is it? No, it's not that one.
Well, it's
If I put that one on it, he would not be happy. I do not.
It's 175 in store. Let me do the discount here real quick. We'll get a calculator out, and I'll take off my shoes.
We might have talked about that one, and then I never went back and got a price.
It is $148. Here's a little sticker. I got a sticker for you right here. All right, there you go. You bought a 180 from me 4 years ago. All right. So you're just one book away now. All right.
Here's 182, and you'll almost be complete.
Yeah. Well, he got a 182 for his birthday.
Wow.
An ungraded one. So now you need to trade that one in and get you a graded one. Next up.
Upgrade.
Star Wars Kanan. This is the Scotty Young variant cover on this book. I guess with the hype really pushed this book way up into the stratosphere. Now it's come down. This near mint copy is $50 in store, $33 if you claim it here using our sale. $33. I mean, I think I paid more than that to have it graded. Wow. Yeah, you need a 181? Yeah, we'll work that out for you eventually someday. $33 for this Kanan Scotty Young cover. Next up, A free comic book day. Does it say what year that free comic book day was? 2002?
I'm looking. I can't read up from over here.
One of the earliest free comic book day books. Take it out of that gnarly bag and just put it out there.
I'm looking for a date. I don't see a date on it. Not even on the free comic book day book.
Well, it was a free comic book day book, whatever year that was that it came out. Star Wars Tales, when Dark Horse still had the rights to do the... And Wyneken, Cindy says. Free comic book day version of this book. Is that a 9.8? Is that...
It is.
You can see it was graded a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away by CGC, 9.8, and then put the sticker back on it from the bag.
What was it? 2002.
2002. Did you put
I
the sticker?
converted my specialist over here.
Yeah. Did you put the sticker back on it, Cindy?
Yeah, as soon as I find it.
$60 in store. $39 when if you want to find out what a Jedi does with this weapon, here you go. $39 for this 9.8 Star Wars Tales, a Jedi's weapon.
Big book coming in.
You're not thinking about the Hulk, what? Oh, okay. Well, we got the beginning of him, and now we see where he transforms into Warlock. Adam Warlock. Marvel Premiere #1. I'm not sure why they didn't just make it Warlock #1. They do eventually. What's that #1 that says $600 on there?
What's that? There was a previous.
Previously on Marvel Premiere. A nice VF copy of this. It's hard to find this book in high grade because of all that black on the spine. Gets every little tick shown. So here we go, $80, or that seems incredibly low. I might have to revisit that one.
Was it the other tag?
I don't know. Let's pull that tag off there, and I'll do a quick research here. Let's see. Please hold. Let me see. Make sure we didn't put the wrong tag on that. Marvel Premiere, or maybe just he did such a horrible job in the movie that he tanked the book. Marvel Premiere #1, right? From 19 what?
From 1972.
1972. What is that? That's a 7.5. Otherwise, he'd say really come down in price. Wow. Here we go. We got an updated one. That was a wrong. I don't know what book that was from. Here we go. I'm going to update that one. Thanks everyone for hanging on to this. Sometimes, we get in a hurry. Things just, I look at the wrong line item on something. Here we go. Marvel Premiere #1, VF copy, $150 in store, $110 if you claim it here tonight. Don't look behind the curtain. Yeah, $110 if you claim it here tonight. All right. Are you thinking about that book, Ricky? Maybe that's something you can't live without. Next up, more of that Kanan. This is like, is this a retailer expense?
Yes, it is a retailer incentive.
Does it?
Plunkett.
The Plunkett Retailer Incentive. Golly, I'm having trouble saying that. $75 in store, or $49 if you claim it here tonight. Maybe Kanan will eventually be a thing again. Is he going to be in the Acolyte? No, he can't be in the Acolyte because that's like 100 years before anything. And when does this?
Hard for him to come back.
All that Rebel stuff that happens. That happens before New Hope, right?
The Rebel stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's Rebels during the Death Star was being built at that time.
Oh yeah. That's one of the biggest construction projects ever undertaken. Next up, not all slabs. No, we are getting to the end of the slabs, I think, and then we're going to get into some raw stuff.
More.
But most of what we're doing tonight is this and the variants and fun stuff that I got at Comics Pro, just to get it all out of our system here. Because all these books are also going to, whatever isn't claimed in the next 48 hours, goes out to our store so that they'll be available for our big sale next week at 35 and 15% off, depending on which one they are. This is Hulk #15, first appearance of She-Hulk. This is retailer incentive also. $50 in is what it is in the store. $33 if you claim it here tonight. Next up.
And Wolverine's in it. Okay, so the last slab.
The last slab is, makes it worth it there.
Yeah.
Iron Man #1, $500 in store, $425 for this beautiful fine minus copy of Iron Man #1. It's still great, solid purple colors. These guys only had 4 colors back in the day, and they sure knew how to use them. This big premiere issue from the time period when Marvel got free of the constraints of having DC only allot them so many, Jerry tells me every time, but I think it's 12 or 16 slots on the newsstand, and now they bust it out. And when instead of in Tales of Suspense, sharing a book, that was Tales of Suspense, whichever one it was, Iron Man got his own book, and Submariner got his own book too. And Invincible Iron Man #1, 1968. That's a key year in the Marvel Universe. All right, next up. Oh, yeah, Prayer for the Hunted. I met the publisher of this at Comics Pro, and he hooked us up with some special things for anyone who wants to try this. Prayer for the Hunted. This is the first 2 volumes of this new publisher. So you always say, well, what's the next big thing? Well, who knows if this is it? But here's this guy publishing his own graphic novel, and the first 2 volumes are out. They retail at $60, but $25 total. And we throw in this commemorative A Prayer for the Hunted. That's like a business card size piece, a hunk of metal.
Yeah.
Wow, you could hurt somebody with that. And then he also throws in a cap. Look at that. Look at that. Evans Arts, $25 for the first 2 volumes, and it'll be 3 volumes total. CIA agent is hung out to dry. It turns out he's a double agent or some nonsense like that.
He's actually KGB, but then he's turning on the KGB.
So if you're like spy thrillers and James Bond.
Sorry, Charlie.
Sorry. Here we go. $25 for the 2 volumes, and we throw in the hat and the nice commemorative business card there.
Can you still see that?
It's $8 per month. Oh, there we go. Jerry, I always count on him to let me know. So, up until I guess it was 1958 to 1968, Marvel could only have 8 books per month. That's why you got a lot of bi-monthly books and character splitting books. All right, Astonishing Tales, #25. First appearance of Deathlock the Demolisher, and the first George Perez artwork in the little story in the back. This is a very low grade. It presents great, but it's very low grade. $18 though for the origin of Deathlock and the first appearance of George Perez artwork. There we go. What grade was the 182? Cindy, the Hulk 182? So this is a great classic book, and if you need any of the other parts of this Astonishing Tales run, I think in a recent collection we got it was 25 through 38, I believe, was Astonishing Tales. We have them all in stock right now if you have a want list. Send it on to the store that you use, and we'll see if we can get you hooked up. Next up. Oh, yeah, but let's throw another book up there. Another shrimp on the Barbie. There we go. All right. This is the Free Comic Book Day, I believe, last year or 2 years ago. Peach Momoko, I think it was a 1 in 100 variant. Somebody can double check me on that. Highly sought after if you're a big fan of the artist or of X-Men or of Judgment Day or all of the above. The $80 is a collector's item there, or because of the 35th anniversary discount, $52. $52 for this beautiful. Just go online and look how much this is going for. It's such a bargain. 7.0, Ricky, on that Hulk 182. Next up, The Avengers, #232. I'm going to say it's a VF, probably at 8.0, 8.5, maybe a little higher than that. I had it pressed, and it's a nice book. But they used Star Fox, and this is his first appearance. They used him in the movies for 6 seconds. Sorry if it spoils it, but the movie's been out for like 4 years. Avengers #232, first appearance of Star Fox. $40 in store, $26 if you claim it here tonight. $26 with the 35th anniversary discount. Next up.
There's 2 of these.
All right, we have two of these. This is what's called an ash can, like a little proof of concept, something they crank out real quick. And they gave these out at the Comics Pro meeting. This is a Comics Pro ash can for Dick Tracy. This company has the rights to do new Dick Tracy comics, and they are coming shortly. This is this ash can. We have two of these because, like I told you earlier, I went and I took Quincy with me. And so each of us got a package. So this is why we have two of these. If you want the Comics Pro variant ash can of Dick Tracy, look at it. He's got this little wrist radio. I don't know if it had a specific name, but $10 if you want to buy this in the store, or $6 with the discount. Next up. It's always easier to get forgiveness than permission. You should remember that, Ricky. Next up.
You have two of these.
Two of these from, I forgot the publisher on that. I should have wrote that down. Oh, Oni Press doing Jill and the Killers. Pretty high concept. This is the kind of thing that's just custom made for some streaming service to pick it up as a show. Jill and her gang there are there's this, I can't even explain it. It's such high concept. There's this subscription service called Box Killers, in which they customize serial killers' work, if you will, to each of you, and then people start disappearing. And this is I get a real Veronica Mars vibe out of it. And if you want to be an early adopter on a new book that's coming out now, here you go. This is the Comics Pro variant of Jill and the Killers. It's only $6, and we have two of those. Next up. The Wrong Earth. This is the 1 in 10 variant, in which this is the writer who did God Is Disappointed in You, one of our best-selling graphic novels. And if you don't know what that is, next time you're in a store, ask some of the crew to look it up for you. And if we don't have it in stock, it's something I try to keep in stock because we've sold hundreds of copies of it. It's crazy. This is a new book, Wrong Earth, which two superheroes are constantly trying to be good, but not always getting there, and they doing the bidding of a super billionaire. Just fun, goofy stuff, commentary on trying to be a superhero and trying to be good. This The Wrong Earth, issue 1 and 10. This is from Ahoy Comics, and they're going to see a lot of that stuff here in the next, because they have some pretty fun stuff. A new-ish publisher. But they came to the Comics Pro and they just started handing out the warehouse, trying to get us all interested in some books. And they had some interesting stuff. This 1 in 10 variant usually is around $8 on the interwebs, but $3 if you want to claim it here. Next up. The Gimmick. That's another Hoya comic in which this guy was a professional wrestler, but all of a sudden he gets superpowers and he accidentally punches his fist through the guy who's wrestling. And you can, it's a kind of a dark comedy, a dark take on what does that do for his career and his life. $3 for issue number 1 of The Gimmick. Next up, Battle Quest Epic, a new publisher here doing, I get a real 2000 AD, maybe Warhammer vibe. This is this Battle Quest Epic is a Comics Pro variant that they handed out, in which they talk about, that has two stories, Nomad and I forget the other story that they have. But if you like this kind of really cool art with good space opera action, we got this book for you for only $6 for the Comics Pro variant. Next up, Captain Ginger. Another Ahoy comic. They are the king of the high concept whenever I'm flipping through all this stuff. Their big space mission and all the humans get wiped out and all that's left is the kitty cats. Is that right, Cindy?
That's right. The cats take over. And so now these big cats are on a spaceship that the little kittens are about to take over.
Oh, so it's kitten on kitten strife with Captain Ginger doing a Star Wars homage cover.
His little partner is.
Issue number 1 from 2023, only $3. Next up, Project Cryptid, a tongue-in-cheek take on a bunch of the cryptids like Bigfoot and such. Another project from Ahoy, $3 if you are into Bigfoot and other kind of cryptid things here. I'm sure that there was a swamp monster or two in my background. The Boggy Creek, if you know that one at all. Next up, Edgar Allan Poe's.
Creature, the black
That's true. That's very true. Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Blood. Snark Fist, Cindy says.
yeah, it's tongue in cheek. Just if Edgar Allan Poe were an action guy, it looks like.
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe fighting either Cthulhu or the Jules Verne's giant squid there. This is, number 2 is $3. Next up, just a random book in a box that I said, well, let's throw this up there. Hot books right now. The Spider-Man line is just selling crazy for us. This Silk number 2 is a second printing. That's the first printing sold out. So they said, hey, dadgummit, we're just going to print some more. And this was originally $3.99, I think, in store. $3 if you claim it here. Silk number 1, second printing. Next up.
We have 2 of these, and it's called what? What's it called? It's called Displaced. The Displaced.
Displaced. This is wow. The pitch on this elevator pitch is this gigantic city in not Saskatchewan, but one of the bigger cities in Canada just evaporates, just gone. But there was a handful of people that lived there, but they weren't in town at the time, and they can remember that there used to be a city there, but no one else does. And then it's a race against time. As every moment that goes by, they start to lose their memories of this giant city, and can they figure out what the heck happened there? Great sci-fi thriller here. $6 for this Displaced. This is a Comics Pro variant again. Next up. If you find this, I'm already dead. From Dark Horse Comics, space reporters embedded with the space team, and it goes south, very south. 10 minutes into the mission, and just the reporters left on her own, out in the space. I forgot you said they had a name of the spaceport that they were in. Another cool, interesting idea.
It's the name of one of the comic books that we.
$6 for this Comics Pro variant. Next up.
I'll think of it in a minute.
All right. So, as I was asking the crew, and this is signed by the writer, I believe it is. The guy that Andy was telling me what this book was about, and he was like, "These are hillbillies?" Yeah, it's space hillbillies that were creating their version of meth when a giant meteor flies into their meth place. It's like if Walter White and what's his name got hit by a meteor. It destroys all their things. They think they're out of luck until they realize, oh my gosh, this meteor is probably worth something. So they take the meteor on the road to try to sell it, but what they don't realize is there's a space critter on there, and that's going to cause all kinds of havoc. Havoc. Yeah, they're all going to take a nap. The Golgotha Motor Mountain. See how hillbillies deal with space critters.
All right.
$15 for this. Ghost Machine. Oh, the new self-contained universe from Image Comics. If you don't know about Ghost Machine, they dropped a whole bunch of books this week with the what was the big one that they were going to, maybe they're next week. Did one of them get pushed back? I think it was. But if you're not into universes, it's probably not for you. But if you like a new interconnected universe, this is going to be cool. This is the Ghost Machine Comics Pro variant. You can see it's already kind of pricey there. $33 after the discount. Goodness gracious, that's a $50 Ghost Machine variant there. Wowzers. Got a lot of the creative people behind this are really good. All kinds of the best creators from Marvel, DC, and such creating their own stuff. And great artists, too. Next up. Yeah, Ty, I'm not sure that anybody would really notice or care. You're spot on with that. This from an ash can we found in a box randomly from Star Wars when Dark Horse had it. An ash can from 2009. A nice VF copy was $8 if we were going to put it out the store, or $6. A little Chewbacca going on there for you. Handsome Han. Look at that painted cover. Nice. Next up. I should have probably put what is it when we reserve it for somebody, but
somebody who might want it or has it on their request list.
Yeah, so I think this is
give us old timers. What is it called? Thank you, youngest. Conditional.
Conditional. This is the New Avengers. Is there more than one book inside that package, Cindy? Or is that okay? So there are 2 books. So that's New Avengers and Avengers.
Make a little conditional sign, please.
Or New Avengers and New Avengers. These were sold on not sold, but given away on military bases. So if you are into the military at all, it says on there not to be sold, but it was in response to their.
Like a Mark Jewelers variant.
It's kind of like a Mark Jewelers variant, and the AAFE. I don't even know what that means, but it's celebrating
Why?
the military outposts, and so they handed these out to the service people at the military exchanges. That's what the technical names, I guess they got. It's an activity book too. Only $6 for this 2-pack of military exchange variant promo situations. $6. Next up, Hollywood Special. Wow, Ricky stepping up to the plate. You're my favorite guy this half hour. Hollywood Special. That's a 1 in 25 variant. Issue number 4 from IDW. You know what? I forgot to look up. I looked up that book a few weeks ago, and I forgot what it's about.
I could try to look it up.
Cindy's going to look it up. It's $6, regularly $20. So this IDW doing some good work right now. Go ahead and throw me another book up there. If you saw the Deadpool trailer, maybe you saw towards the end there was a comic on the ground. This is that comic. Secret Wars number 5 from 2015. We happened to find one in our warehouse. So heck yeah. I don't know what the deal is with the Doomface there. But yeah, this is maybe the Deadpool movie is based around some things that happened in this book. And definitely there's a Marvel movie coming up called Secret Wars. That's not till, 26 or 27, somewhere around in there. Secret Wars number 5, $20 in store or $14 if you claim it here tonight.
So it's based on the Hollywood Special, the 1942 luxury train touring the United States to support the war effort. There's a fading star, Vivian Drake.
Oh, Vivian.
She gives everyone the tabloids something to talk about.
And I guess something to talk about is the creature they have hidden in the back cave there.
And maybe her skin falls off and she's the creature.
Oh, next up. Zen, a character from the 80s, First Comics, which it was good that they came to the Comics Code because I didn't know that First Comics was back, baby. The back. From the original owner, he's back, and he's picking up properties left and right, including this Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Maybe you remember Zen from back in the day, but here we go, a 3D convention special, $6 if you claim it here tonight for Zen. Yeah, that was one of the big black and white books from back in the day. Next up.
And this is signed, it looks like.
Yes, signed by Matt Bors, the writer. You can see it in the background, but this really just a crazy, crazy book. This Bubble City in the background there is where everything is perfect, almost like an Oz type city. But then outside of it, maybe even like Fallout, the game. But outside of it, there's mutants aplenty, and this guy that looks like Wrong Eye Nick Fury is he's the law out there, and there's all kinds of craziness going on. Elkhead there, no top of the head girl over there. $3 for this 1 in 5 ratio variant, signed by the creator. You want to be an early adopter on some books? Here we go. We got you hooked up. Justice Warriors from Ahoy. Next up. Oh, look, that book that just came out. This is the Comics Pro variant in which they handed it to us and then said, please don't read it. It's going to give away some very big details that we don't want out there.
So of course, everybody opened it up.
I didn't open it up. I want to follow the rules. I should get it graded. The Comics Pro Feral variant. If it's anything like Stray Dogs, it's going to be a sensation. This is the great version, first issue. Yeah, retailer edition, $135 in store, $88 if you claim it here tonight. And I know this might not be your cup of tea, but some people really dig this anthropomorphic kitty cats and doggies. Next up.
There's two of these.
More books. See, that Feral is by the same guy who did Stray Dogs, Tony Fleeks. I met him and I didn't. Yeah, he also is doing this book that is coming out in either next week or that week after. Uncanny Valley. You want your high concept. This kid is just a regular middle schooler's kid, and then all of a sudden everything goes sideways. All this crazy stuff from a Kill Bill-like world starts happening to him, and it turns out it's because his grandfather was a cartoon character. Bum, bum, bum. What's cool about this book, when you can see him right below there, he kind of looks a little Yosemite Sam-ish. You're like, well, how that's going to happen? Well, it's kind of like Roger Rabbit, actually, in that his grandfather shows up out of the blue because he's having all these big troubles, and he wants to help him out of it. And they go on a cross-country road trip being chased by live-action characters and cartoon characters. Like Ben 10? I didn't remember.
They go across country, an old guy and his kid.
Oh, like the old Shazam.
Yes.
This Comics Pro variant was also pretty cool. Is there one of them that you can pull out, Cindy? Yep. What's really, really cool about this is the story is high concept, but the artist is really, really good. And he draws all the cartoon characters cartoonish, but then all the other characters, as you can see, really comic version-y. But while we were sitting there at Comics Pro, the artist sketched on the back of this cover, which is a genius idea for a promotional book. And while they were giving us the hard sell on how many to order, the artist is sitting there drawing us a unique, one-of-a-kind sketch on both of these books. Wow. So everybody who came to their, around 300 members got a custom sketch. And there was 6 of us at every table. So every 15 minutes he was doing 6 sketches. This guy was cranking them out. He did a very good job on that. So these Uncanny Valley Comics Pro variants all have a one-of-a-kind sketch on the back cover. That's why they're $40. Or if you claim them tonight for our 35th anniversary sale, $26.
And it's signed.
And it's signed. That's right. Next up. You always say you want to know the next big thing. Uncanny Valley, Feral, and Man's Best, which just dropped today or this week. We have 2 of these. This is the Comics Pro variant of that. Man's Best is another space adventure. A lot of space themed stuff going on here. Animals in space seem to be a thing. Man's Best deals with these 3 support animals in their adventures on the spaceship.
Right, they might have to not be friends anymore. That's a big dilemma.
Oh, no. This Comics Pro variant, $30 in store or $20 if you claim it here. More of that Wrong Earth. You can see those 2 characters there who are trying to be good. it's issue number 1 here for only $3. Next up.
2 of these written by the Pink Ranger herself, right? Or
Haley Joel Osment. No, that's the wrong one.
What is there? Joe starts the J, doesn't it?
The Pink Ranger. It's probably written on there somewhere. It's on the back. It's on the back of one of them. This is the Comics Pro variant of this. Issue number 1 of this new storyline. It's in an alternate reality in which the
Johnson's her last name.
Amy Jo Johnson. There we go. She was actually at Comics Pro. They brought her there and to sign these, but I got busy talking about a new cash register system and missed her. Dadgummit. Oh, I could have had this signed, but I didn't. She writes this book. It's an alternate take on the Power Rangers in which they were very successful right out of the gate, but because of that, they split up. Not very successful, very unsuccessful, I think it was. They split up, and when they get back together many years later, they find out there's a mystery surrounding the Red Ranger. $8 for this Comics Pro variant, or $12 in store. Next up. There we go, an old book. Just randomly in a collection of stuff we bought. Mighty Avengers, look at that. That's a Hawkeye there, being Giant Man. Right. it was always a little sus, as the kids say. He became Goliath for a while, and you know how he became Goliath? He snuck into Hank Pym's locker and just kind of snaked some Pym particles.
Well, he's a thief.
And then, well, he was a thief. You are correct about that. And then that's going to be Pym as Yellow Jacket there. You got your a little Black Panther. And then, oh my gosh, the vision's down. The vision's down. A really clunky looking Thor there says, I don't know what to do. This VG copy of Avengers number 68 from 1969. What a bargain. $6. And you can, the Vision had only been around a year at this point. And then you got the really crazy version of, he called himself Goliath at this point, didn't he? Or Giant Man. There you go.
It's not telling us on the cover there.
All right. Next up.
Well, I thought Goliath was something else.
Yeah, they reused the names. I think Hawkeye was Hawkeye and Goliath and Giant Man. So there we go. All right, this is a book I had never seen before from 1999. Is for Kids Water or something like that. It was a promo comic done by Marvel Comics for the Hydrators. So if you're into promo comics or just really obscure stuff, I don't know if this came in a package with the bottled water or what. But, man, it is something. I mean, I've been doing this for 35 years, and I was actually selling comics at this time. I've never seen this book. It's very thin, only like 6 pages. This VF copy sets you back $6 if you are very interested in promo or, super thin sliced promotional comics. Next up.
This is only $1 and our last book.
$1 and our last book. A shiny cover. Punisher Warzone number 23. From back in the day, shiny covers are all the rage now. Almost every week we get 2 to 6 shiny covers, and if that's your jam, we are here for you. If you don't care for them, we got the regular versions also. We're here trying to take everybody's money, but this was in a random box, super low grade. But if you just like to have shiny, an example of every shiny book from the 90s, we got you hooked up for $1. And there we go. There we go. That was it. We're back. We're back, baby. What's the schedule? I don't know what the schedule is.
We're back today.
We are back today. We got this is a holiday weekend, as it were, and we had to take some time off to get the stores back together after the holidays, and then I had some health issues that just kept stringing me along, and I couldn't get in here to actually have it. I think we got that all sorted now. Things are looking a lot better. We're bringing people into the warehouse. We are cranking back issues out. I hope that you're noticing lots of cool back issues appearing in the stores because we have been working just mountains of them. And hopefully you will also check out the big, gigantic sale that we have coming up. Let's see if I can get that up there. There we go. Starting Monday, running through next Sunday. Make sure you check your store for the exact hours. Man, come in and drop some cash on us, get some great deals, help me celebrate my 35th anniversary. I'm unemployable otherwise, so I got to do this.
I think we were only not together 1 year.
Oh yeah, so if you want to be only 34% off and celebrate Cindy's anniversary with the store, we can do that.
Take the hit for me.
So you can see all the great deals. There'll be an email and postings on the Facebook pages, right, Kaylin? Yes. See, she's got it all taken care of. You can see there are some caveats at the bottom, but mostly just come in and give me a bunch of money. I mean, have some fun and celebrate sometimes. Be aware that we are going to do a Deadpool movie night. We haven't announced the exact date, time, or price yet. Only that we have a signed contract and we are about to make that out. The schedule is whenever I call. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So be aware of that. The sale. Anything else coming up? Oh, if you get a chance, come see us at. If you can't come with us to the Studio Movie Grill on Spring Valley, that's where we'll be doing the show. That we're trying to work out to have a little pop-up store at that Studio Movie Grill. And come by and see us. And if you haven't bought your tickets already, I don't know if they're for sale yet, but consider that movie theater. We'll be hanging out in the lobby that Friday and Saturday for sure. just going around doing stuff, and you see the Deadpool movie, and you know it's going to be a big deal. All right, there we go. There's tonight's show. We appreciate everybody's visit for this evening. If you're watching us in the future, hello, future. Glad to see you. Glad to be back. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith, and if I don't see you in the stores, I'll see you next time. All right, we usually have an encore if we have 3 people giving us their ladder. Ty's the only one, but it's been so long, I think people might have forgotten what we expect. So we're going to cut you some slack tonight and come back out on stage with one more. Cindy has one more, right?
One more.
Hang on, let me get to the right place here. Main show. There we go. What's the extra encore book?
Enough said.
Oh, the new X-Men, number 121.
Fred Whiteley, who I really like, but his drawings are a little odd in this one.
Yes, and that is also an early appearance, if not the first appearance, of that character who's going to end up being maybe the Deadpool villain.
Wow.
From 2001.
Who is it?
It's Professor X's
Son?
twin from before he was born, that evidently he fought her psychically and defeated her and thought he absorbed her.
Oh.
I know, it's pretty convoluted.
Like here in my neck. You do a babapsi.
Yeah, that's right.
Twins too.
It's $15 in store or $12 if you claim it here tonight. And there we go. Thanks everyone for coming by. Thanks for the flames, Ricky. Appreciate it. And Ty screaming free bird at the top of his lungs. There we go. The regulars are coming back in. We appreciate it. Thanks everyone. And I'll see you in the stores, or if I don't see you there, I'll see you next time.
Keith's Comics.